Filipinos in the U.S., we do bear witness to what's happening in the Philippines. We see the corruption at the backs of Filipino profit, on the backs of the Filipinos. We see widespread poverty and joblessness. We see abductions and killings to silence any opposition to Gloria's regime, but we also feel it here in the U.S. So we feel it as Anak Bayan East Bay, we feel it in the East Bay through struggles like with overseas Filipino workers like Marina. And then also, these Filipino workers are the ones that are sending money back home to the Philippines. They're the ones that are propping up the economy of the Philippines. They're the ones that are propping up the economy in the United States with their cheap labor. At the same time, these are the immigrants and workers that are then criminalized and scapegoated. And so what we also see is the criminalization of our youth, of our youngsters in the East Bay. So what we've seen in the East Bay is Filipino, South Asian youth, all youth being criminalized as gang members for participating in activities to protest an unjust war. And so we see them being criminalized and for their participation instead of being renowned, being recognized for the leadership and what they're actually contributing to our community. And so instead we see growing violence and we see the police targeting Filipino youth that are active, that are taking action, and then instead of giving them props for everything that they're doing for their community, instead criminalizing them. But we also bear witness that the same policies that allow this to happen, particularly after 9/11, the policies take under Department of Homeland Security. We see these policies being used to justify the targeting and criminalization of immigrants and youth. But then we've also seen the same policies being implemented in the Philippines. So we see the connection within the U.S. and within the Philippines. For example, in the Philippines now, they install a Human Security Act that justifies the fact that there's killings and abductions of the Filipino people that speak in opposition, and then enabling the corruption to continue that keeps the Filipino people down. And so for these reasons, we call out the connections between the U.S. and the puppet government, Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo. We call out in solidarity to the international call to Gloria. We want you to resign for the good of the people or be ousted. We bear witness as Anak Bayan East Bay and together with PAWIS, the People's Association of Workers and Immigrants, to our strength and power and organization, because we're educating ourselves and each other, we're building unity, we're building power. And this is a testament to the fact that the people's power is alive and growing. And so long live people power still, and as Marina was saying before, Maki Baka!
Wag matakot!
Maki Baka!
Wag matakot!
Wag matakot!
Maki Baka!
Thank you, y'all. Thank you!